I'm here with Howson. Howson 2-1 today. Fellaini with the winner. Before you got that winner, I was going to say I had a full barrel ready for him. Valencia, Young, Smalling.
Well, yeah.
That performance was so bad.
I almost kind of wish that it had come out with a point, because what you've been thinking and what you've been watching and the things that you've been thinking about throughout the game, you're like, that's garbage. That was a BTEC Arsenal team, and we played like a BTEC Arsenal team. It was luck, really. But our players in the last 20 minutes was walking around like that winning goal was certain, and no way was it certain. No way was it coming. The only player that looked like he was going to do something in the last 20 was Marshall, and he wasn't getting the ball to his feet often enough. And yeah, I thought Fellaini was playing
a lot of passes into the boxes, and there was just no one on the end.
Just back himself, he was thinking. But I thought Fellaini, he was playing. There was like a body language that I was seeing with Fellaini where he didn't look arsed at all. And then people are going to be like, well, he got a winning goal. Of course he was arsed. It's not the point. Like the whole sort of body language of the guy throughout the game when he was on, something had happened and he'd kind of walk off. It's like when I tell Jaden to go and tidy his room, that sort of like, I'm going, but I don't want to go. You know what I mean?
Why was it so lethargic today? Do you think that comes from the manager? Do you think that comes from the players not being... What is it?
I don't know. And a lot of people do blame Jose for that, and I don't... At what point do some of these professional, well-paid footballers take, some of the responsibility
what I'm saying is
for
your
themselves?
team reflects the manager. And I would say our team does reflect the manager. Pragmatic, slow, ponderous.
There's no way Jose's putting his hand on someone's chest on the way out of the dressing room and going, remember to be slow and shit today. He's not doing that, is he? He's obviously setting the team up to identify and counter the threats that Arsenal do. That's his game plan. He always thinks of the opposition first. But that team, that forward six today, that we said it in the pre-match stuff, it should have been 4 or 5-0. And it should have been 4 or 5-0. But decision-making was poor. In the first half, we had tons of chances, but we weren't finishing them off. We could have gone in at half-time with the game done, and we could have made all the subs that we wanted to make in the second half, and it could have been an absolute formality. But our players thinking it was done, the attitude of our players at times, it just wasn't good enough. And Jose's getting a stick for United being boring and slow. And there might be some truth to that. But we've been boring and slow through 4 or 5 years. And Jose's only been here for 2.
Yeah, but every time we were boring and slow in them other years, the manager got the blame.
He did, but the manager also didn't come second and win an FA Cup in the same year.
I remember one winning an FA Cup. But what I want to say is as well, actually, there's a lot of talk about the atmosphere. Now, today, I'm usually singing from minute 0 to minute 90. After 20, 30 minutes, I thought, what the hell is going on this pitch? I can't be arsed. Like, if they're not arsed, why should I? Like, I felt like a team today. And I feel like sometimes they reflect onto the fans and the fans reflect onto the team. But that comes from boss, innit?
We was up for it for the Sevilla game and the team wasn't up for it. So explain that one. Sometimes the team's up for it and the fans aren't up for it and the team turns up and blows.
Yeah, but a lot said about our atmosphere, but maybe like do something on the pitch, get us going.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're totally right. And that's where I leave it on the players. All these players are beholden to themselves. Yes, there's going to be instructions, but we always say, don't we? We don't think there's instructions when we don't really think that there's a plan for attacking. So then you can't put that. You can't say there's no plan for attacking and then blame the manager for poor attacking. If he's leaving it to just the players to go and play however they see, then it's on the players. And maybe you should have a plan for attacking. Maybe we should work on that thing in training a little bit more. But ultimately, it's the players. These players at times this season have been absolutely fantastic. You can't have it both ways. It can't be the players when it's mint and the manager when it's shit. It's either both or none. You know what I mean?
Defo. And Player of the Year nomination?
I think the 3 that are majorly nominated could be any of them. I know Dino mentioned Matic, but I'd say Jesse Lingard. I think he's been brilliant this season. It's great to see him step up. I'd say Lukaku, he's carried the weight of expectation of being a £70 million Manchester United striker brilliantly. We probably couldn't have asked for much more from him. And then Big Dave. But I don't know if we're tainted by the fact that we expect this from Big Dave. But the guy pulls out like once in a lifetime saves like twice a month.
Cheers, man.